from Compassion Resource Warehouse, and she takes our soup to various places around the world. She's sending our soup to Ethiopia, the container that went out yesterday, and she also sent the soup to Poland for the Ukrainian refugees. So she's going to share with everyone here briefly about what she does.
Thank you for letting me come and say thank you. You don't know how much I've been wanting to say thank you for a couple of years. It's been, I think, 3 years since I've been here. And you've still continued to work, and we've still continued to send your boxes, and I thank you so much for everything you do. You may not know it, but you are sharing Jesus' love all over the world. A couple of years ago, you did the extra mile. The extra mile. Some of you will remember when we packed for Yemen, the war in Yemen, we did 2 containers. Yes, I can see some of those faces. Oh, I remember that one. When we made you unpack it all, put a brand new label on every bag because it had to be translated into Arabic. Do you remember that? Yeah. And then you had to repack it. Do you remember? Well, it was a lot of work, and you joyfully did it. That container went through a cyclone. It went through a war. It went through ports that blew up. It arrived, and it was the first container of humanitarian aid that made it into underground Christians, and it's gone all throughout Yemen. I can tell you the food went to places on the backs of donkeys, on the backs of motorcycles, walking through villages and feeding people that you will never meet here on earth, but one day you will. Isn't that amazing? Think about it. Just think about it. It's so exciting. Your Ethiopia container that we did a couple of years ago, you know how many boxes you did? 960 boxes. One load, 960 boxes. It arrived late, but perfectly on time. Because if it had arrived earlier, it would have been all gone. Because of the war and everything. And then after it arrived, there was flooding, there was everything, and all the roads were washed away, and it arrived perfectly on time. Did you know that container delivered more than 960 boxes of food? We have a complete record of it. And it kept giving and giving and giving, and they keep saying, but the boxes aren't going down. Isn't that amazing? Think about it. And it stayed there until the next container arrived, and then it was empty. That was a live miracle in today's world, the loaves and the fishes. That container kept giving. It is going all the way out in the war zone, into areas that nomads live. And you know what? About 2 months ago, they baptized 37 people in a water hole where the first contact was soup on the backs of donkeys. Think about it. Isn't God amazing? He's just so amazing. And then when we put the call out for Ukraine, and I know I put my order in early. I know I have to do that early so you guys prepare. And I had already put all my order in for the year. And I was told, that's it. And then, you know what happened? The Ukraine came. So I made a phone call. And you sent a container in, and it goes into Warsaw. And from Warsaw, is in a warehouse. It's called the Corridor of Hope. And this is exactly what it is. Those boxes get taken via cars or vans inside Ukraine to another warehouse. And in that warehouse, other people take those by car or motorcycle to another area. And then they go from that area to another area. And your soup was delivered by a backpack pastor in Crimea last week. He goes in once a week, and he walks in with a backpack full of soup. And he walks in all the way through the landmines, through the border guards, and he delivers food to his church people that are there. That is beyond amazing what people are doing. Other people are delivering, and sometimes they have not returned home. The church is alive and well. They're going into their communities and they are ministering to the people they know. So people are in bunkers, or they're in they have cold storage. You know, the old kind, the root cellars, and they're all filled with that's where they're living. But the pastors somehow get a message to them that they will bring some food to them that night. But because they know the church in their community, when the pastor calls, they open the door. Otherwise, they can't open the door. They don't know who's there. But the pastor and the church people have already had a relationship in their community, so they're able to go in and deliver. Truly amazing. Truly amazing. I want to encourage you. The Lord has reminded me that He is in control, even in all this chaos. And that carrot you are chopping, it is so real to me. He knows where it was grown. He knows whose field it was on. He knows who literally chopped it here. He knows your work. And He knows who's going to eat it on the other end. Think about that. He knows the beginning from the end. And we are just all part of the process. Somebody asked me what the warehouse is, and we're just the donkey in the Good Samaritan service story that Jesus told. We are not the person who's hurt. We are not the Good Samaritan who goes and helps and actually physically helps the person. We're not the innkeeper who's just paid to look after. It says when they picked him up, they put him on the donkey. They needed the donkey to get him from the place where he was hurt to the place where he would rest and recover. And that's what the warehouse is. We're the donkey. Aren't we good? We love being the donkey. And that means we get to take your food. We don't prepare it, but we get to take your food and we get to send it. It is a gift. Some of you make little things and we get them from you. Some of you collect things for us when we have special projects. And you're giving it, and we're able to send it, and we put it on our container. I didn't go get it. I didn't even pack it. And I probably didn't load it. But it's amazing that we are all together as a team. And together we are making a difference in the world. I need you, and you need me. That's how the Lord has created things. It's wonderful. Thank you for coming in when you may not want to. Thank you for loading. I've watched you load, and it's fast, and you go home tired. And keep on trusting and leaning and counting on the Lord to get us through every day. Because it's all for Him, it's His time, it's His work, and it's all for His glory. And together we're doing it. So thank you for partnering with us and just being who you are. It's been a pleasure over the years, and now I get to meet your new team. It's so exciting, and I'm learning to love them just as much as I love Elaine and Carl. So anyways, thank you again for all your good work.